Sorry, guys. Yeah, so it just completely crapped out on me. I wanted to finish up just to say goodbye, really. I got a phone call in the middle of it, and clearly my phone doesn't know how to do two things at once, so. Anyway, hello. So, yeah, Celis, I don't know what you were saying about what wasn't working. All of these things that I suggest do not work in a day. They do not work in a week. They do not work in a month. But they do work after years of practice and application. So I don't know. I mean, let's put it this way. It may not be hi to Liverpool, UK. It may not be that it isn't working. It's that you don't see the changes yet. Now, if it spiritually just doesn't feel right, then definitely stop doing it, and try something that you can feel connected to. Because if you feel connected to it, then there isn't a red flag when you don't see any tangible results from it at first. Because just like a seed, manifestation grows roots before it sprouts upward. So it's actually like spreading out its network underneath the surface, especially internally, before you'll start to see glimpses of it that sort of change the surface world or the 3D world. So getting back to what we were talking about, and it's weird because when I'm talking to you guys, I can't even see your chat. There's this whole chat that I can't even see. I don't know why it doesn't give it to me. Oh, hey Tina, I'm glad you caught me live. I'm actually going to just stay on for a couple more minutes because the live got interrupted. I don't even know if there's super chats on here either. I don't know. Anyway, beats me. So what we were talking about today is how to use the dream state. It was so good. Oh, thanks, Jackie. Yeah, I mean, it's still recorded if you guys want to go back and maybe write down some of the advice. I need to think my cancer out of my spine. Okay. That already is kind of a statement of a challenge of what can I do? Is this possible? And ultimately, I think there's one answer to that. Is your focus the possible? Because as long as your focus is the possible, then there is another day. If your focus is the impossible and the end, the focus is, then that's yes, a decision. However, the truth about the physical body is it comes to an end. As of yet, I don't know anybody who has been able to mentally convince themselves out of death. I'm not sure it's even something that, not that you're going to die, but I'm saying to change the pathway of the inevitable, I'm not even sure it's healthy. And certainly things like health issues. No, don't be sorry for your statement. I think it's a great statement because honestly, it is one of those huge things in life that not everybody has to face, God willing. But how do we use these mental manifestations then for something as serious as spinal cancer? And ultimately, I go back to, yes, you have spinal cancer. You also have other things, right? Hopefully. And I'm sure the thought of the spinal cancer does not induce happiness or even a real kind of excitement for the future, right? So it's not that you want to escape the reality of the spinal cancer. It's not that you want to escape the reality of the spinal cancer. It's that you want to focus on the fact that that's not your only reality. That the moments leading up to before you got your diagnosis, there was still other things in your life that were happening. And I hope at least one or two were causing you joy. So you can still be in the reality of that joy by focusing on those things that give you joy. Being a chef, exceptional. So food, food, being a chef, putting flavors together for people. You have that still. You have that still. And you can focus on the enthusiasm and the excitement for that. And choose every day, at least 5 minutes a day, or maybe a half hour a day. Watch more cooking shows. Research more recipes. Maybe you're not, I don't know if you're still working as a chef, but you don't have to work as a chef to share your cooking skills. Cook for people that you love. This is actually, that you bring it up, a wonderful week to share your creativity with others. When you create something, this is a perfect way. Okay, you can still cook every single day. When you're a chef, I guarantee you can find somebody who wants to eat your food, right? So it's like, cook for friends, cook for neighbors, cook for your doctor, right? Bring him lunch when you go visit him. Meditation is wonderful, but I want you to get into focusing on what you still can do, and that your life isn't over, right? Your life didn't stop when you got the diagnosis. You still are here, and so you still have to focus on what gives you joy. If cooking is what gives you joy, then you should be doing it every single day, and you should be sending out meals for people, that to your neighbor, to your mother, to your father, cooking meals for yourself, watching more cooking shows, recording yourself cooking online, and putting it online. Yeah, be thankful that you're still breathing. Absolutely. But I'm trying to say, like focus on what I'm saying, not reverberating on meditating. No, focus on what you love, because you are still here and you can still fully and completely interact in what you love. And if being a chef is what you love, then stay in the process of working in what you love and sharing it with people. So you're identifying life, you're identifying living, you're identifying creation and contributing to the world, instead of constant focus on what you no longer have. It's not that you're not accepting the reality of the situation. It's just that you're accepting that isn't your only reality, right? Your only reality is not just that you have cancer. Your reality is still that you love food, that you still love being a chef. You still love all the things that you loved before you got this diagnosis. So even though this is something that you're dealing with, it doesn't have to be all that you focus on and change your life. You can still create, and if you're still creating, you are still in the land of the living, and that is going to help in any healing process that you choose to engage in, whether that's chemotherapy treatments, whether that's radiation treatments, whether that's surgery. You can still continuously focus on really what makes you happy. And I know, especially with chemotherapy treatments, it's hard, right? It's hard to be around food and stuff like that. Well, you're a chef. You can use your skills. You can use your skills to be like, these are the kind of recipes that I came up with when I was on chemo. How fucking amazing would that video be on YouTube? You know what I mean? Put that video up. Share that video. Share that video. Share that video of, these are recipes I came up with that are chemotherapy friendly. They won't bother your stomach. And I'm not saying that you're doing chemo. I'm just saying, continue to apply your life to your life, even though cancer is a part of your life right now. There's all these other aspects of your life that you can apply to it. Really, really wonderful inspiration to keep you in the land of the living. Keep your brain focused on the doing, on the activity, on the I am still vital in these ways. This is the way that you can bring yourself back to health and be as healthy as you possibly can be in the space that you're in right now. And that's what I'm talking about, is using creativity as a modality toward life. Because listen, if you're creating, you're projecting forward. And if you're projecting forward, then you are bridging between here and the next step. And what that means is you've got something to look forward to. And so we're going to use this dream state that's kind of upon us now. We're going to use that as a means to project something out into the future, start something, lay something down, whether it's with pencil, whether it's with your voice, whether it's with an instrument, whether it's through words, whether it's through food. We're going to interact creatively with our external world and project ourselves into the future by creating something new. Thank you, Robbie. I really appreciate you sharing that stuff with us. That's very intimate. Do not give up who you are. You know, before you got the diagnosis, you were a chef. You are still a chef. Even if you had to take a break off of work, that's not what makes you a chef. What makes you a chef is you know what the fuck to do with food. Okay? You can still share that with people. I guarantee people still want your cooking. Like I said, take it to your doctor. Take it to the chemo nurse. Prepare some foods for people who maybe might be there with you, right? Keep sharing your gifts. It doesn't matter what they do with it. If they don't want it, they may throw it out. Don't focus on that. Focus on your being able to share and give and still exist and still be alive and live. And I know that this is really, really challenging. And I understand that it's going to take step by step for you to be able to do that. But if you could just do it once a day, share your gifts, share your talents, either with yourself, but more importantly, with somebody else on the outside of you. Even just once a day, find somebody to share a meal with. Even if you're just dropping it off so they have something to eat. 100%, it will start to change your perspective and your prospects and your prognosis. Then keep rock climbing, man. It's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. Like, keep doing what you love is what I'm saying. Keep doing what you love. Keep doing what you love to do. Keep doing what you love to do. Rock climbing might not be safe. Well, you could always go to a place where it's not bouldering, right? You could always go to a place where you're harnessed and you're not going to fall back. Or if you have to slide off the wall, it'll get you, right? There's different ways to make it more safe. I wouldn't say do it out. I wouldn't say do it outside right now. But you know what? Honestly, you take the risks that you want to take the risks with based on the life that you want to lead. Life is about living and life is about doing. It's not just about surviving. And I think that we survive better when we're in the modality of living out loud instead of trying to preserve what we have. Instead of trying to preserve what we have, living out loud and living into the future, right? So I wanted to step back on and just finish up this conversation about how to use your dreams to get to the bottom of what you really love, and then take what you really love and use it to actually inspire some tangible work that you can do with your hands, bringing something into reality to bring a focus and bridge between that dream state you want to get lost in and now the reality on the outside of you. I hope these videos helped. Thank you for joining me for this early morning astrology motivation session. I am going live in a couple minutes over on Instagram. You can join me there, born_without_boundaries. That is a tarot card reading for all signs. It's general energy. And then, of course, thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate that. And then, of course, tomorrow, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Libra, you are up. We start the zodiac specific readings. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me this morning. Talk to you next Monday.